Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a short story from Shiva Purana, and this is about Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga. So let me begin the story. Once uh, there was a brahmin who lived in Avanti. He was a very pious and learned man, and he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He had 4 sons, and all of them were also great devotees of Lord Shiva. Not only that, he was also well versed with all these shastras and Vedangas, and he performed many rituals and yajnas. Every time his mind was only engaged with Lord Shiva. Now, because of his merit, all the people in Avanti they lived peacefully and also in prosperity. They loved him very much. While he was there at that time in Ratnamalagiri, a demon, a Rakshasa, whose name was Dushana, he was also there, and he was exactly opposite of this Devapriya. He didn't like any puja part, and he didn't allow anyone to do that. That is why he asked everyone to stop worshipping the gods. Now, while he was he was commanding his soldiers to stop this puja. That time, he heard about Devapriya. You know, when the people of Avanti heard about this Dushana, they requested Devapriya to stop this. Otherwise, as he was a Rakshasa, he might do some bad thing to him. But every time Devapriya was telling, okay, why should we be afraid of Dushana? When our protector is Lord Shiva, we should not be afraid of him. Lord Shiva will protect us from all the danger. And thus he was engaged in his prayer. Now Dushana got very furious when he heard about Devapriya, and he came to kill him. The moment he reached there and he tried to, first he said, kill him. Then he tried to kill this Devapriya. Now, Devapriya didn't pay any attention to his words, and he was still doing his prayer. Now, as Dushana tried to kill him, at that very moment, that ground, that earth started shaking severely. And a bridge was formed, the idol he kept on that spot. A bridge was formed, and from there a huge Shivalinga came out. And not only that, a tremendous voice came out from that area. And it was a terrible form of Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva's this form, everybody they saw, they were stunned. They couldn't believe their eyes. Now, after the Shivalinga rose up, Lord Shiva said, Ki, O Dushana, I am time and I am the death. So, right now, I am going to kill you. Thus, he just made a sound, hum. And with that hum, Dushana and all his soldiers, they immediately were turned into ashes. They all were killed. And now Devapriya and Lord Shiva was very much pleased with Devapriya, and he asked him to ask a boon. Devapriya joined his hands. He went on saying the praise of Lord Shiva, and after singing the hymns of Lord Shiva, he said, Oh Lord, I don't want anything except salvation. And yes, oh Lord, be present here forever so that the people will worship you. And Lord Shiva was very much pleased. He told him, so it be. Thus Lord Shiva disappeared But that Jyotirlinga remained there forever. And the people started worshipping that Jyotirlinga. But one thing, the unique feature of this Jyotirlinga is that this is the only Jyotirlinga out of 12 who is facing towards south. And not only that, the beautiful ritual like Bhasma Arati was so eye-catching. One must see this, attend this Bhasma Arati of Ujjain, Mahakaleshwar. Anyways, this is one story. There is another short story which is associated with this Mahakaleshwar Jyotirlinga Ujjaini. Now you know, that was just within 2 lines I will tell you. You know, there was a king whose name was Chandrasena, and Chandrasena was also a great devotee of Lord Shiva, and he prayed to Lord Shiva all the time. Now the chief of the Shiva Gana, Manibhadra, was his friend, and Manibhadra was so much pleased with Chandrasena. Once he presented a jewel to this king Chandrasena, and that money, that jewel was looking like Kaustuva money. And out of jealousy, the kings from other kingdom, they tried to take this jewel from Chandrasena. But Chandrasena didn't give them. Now when they didn't get this jewel, they tried to attack him. And yes, Chandrasena was also a very good king, and every time his mind was engrossed with Shiva Puja. Once while he was doing his Shiva Puja, that time a female cowherd with her 5-year-old son, she was passing through that way. Now she bowed down her head, she saw that the king was worshipping, and she bowed down, and the 5-year-old son, he looked at the Shiva Linga with very much, he was very much pleased looking at that, the worship of worship of the king. Now they both returned back to their camp. When they came back, that 5-year child was so much attracted to that worship of the king. He just collected one white pebble and kept it outside the camp and started praying to Lord Shiva. He thought that that pebble is the Shiva. He was a child, and he was so much engrossed. After a while, when his mother called him for meal, he didn't pay any attention. Now his mother got angry. She came from the camp, and she just dragged him and beat him. While she did this, still then the boy didn't pay any attention. Now his mother got angry and threw the pebble, and she cried and went back to her room. Now this child just held that linga because his mother threw it. So once again he held it and cried, "Oh my Lord, oh my Lord." When he cried, after a while, while he was crying, he became unconscious. And suddenly when he opened his eyes, he saw that where he had kept, yes, he was also, in his mind he was offering the flowers, the leaves, everything. He was worshipping. And suddenly when he opened his eyes, he saw that a beautiful Shiva Linga was there, and it was dazzling, a beautiful Jyotirlinga. And not only that, whatever he offered, everything was already with that linga. And he couldn't believe his eyes. He ran back to he paid his, he did his prayer, and then he went to see his mother, and he saw that his mother was dressed up with fantastic dresses with all the jewels studded with it, many precious gems. And not only that, a beautiful temple was formed when where he was sitting, means where he did the puja, there only a beautiful temple was formed, and everywhere the precious gems were attached. He became very happy and went to his mother, and when mother opened her eyes, she couldn't believe that how come all these things changed so suddenly, so quickly. However, when this child told her everything, she hugged, she embraced her son, and this miracle the king came to know. So immediately Chandrasena came to see this miracle. When he reached there and heard everything about that and saw the Jyotirlinga, he also became very happy, and he just embraced the child and said, "Oh child, you are a blessed one. Lord Shiva is pleased with you." Not only that, even at that time, uh, Lord Hanuman came to that, and he blessed that child and told him, "Look, because of your devotion, Lord Shiva is pleased with you, and he has formed this Shiva Linga. And yes, he has appeared here. And not only that, after 8th generation of yours, a means he was a cowherd son, na? So Nanda will come, whose son will be Lord Krishna." This much Lord Hanuman said and blessed him, and he disappeared. This is the two stories which are associated with Jyotirlinga of Ujjain. Well, thank you so much. Whatever I read, I told you. And thanks a lot.